My name is Stephanie Hessler. I'm the director of Swiss Institute in New York, and I'm also the curator of parkour for the first time, and I'm very excited for you all to see the sector. First of all, I want to thank Art Basel, Noah Horowitz, Andy Bicker, Vincenzo De Bellis, and especially Michael Kruse for the invitation to curate parkour. And I also want to thank the amazing parkour team, Theresa Müller, Eva Kern, and Mark Baddick, and so many more. You will meet our wonderful mediators when you make your way down parkour to visit all of the projects. This year, the sector is moved closer to the fairgrounds and to Messeplatz. We have a total of 22 projects, which are all located in different spaces on and nearby Klarstraße. It's the first time since 2014, so 10 years ago, that parkour is taking place on the Klein Basel side of the river. Parkour is conceived this year as a curated exhibition. It meanders through empty stores, operational shops, a hotel, a food court, a distillery, and other really exciting and quirky quotidian spaces. With the new location, we're bringing parkour closer to the fair and to Klarstraße, which is a lively urban space with a diverse typology of spaces and also usages of urban, of public, and of privately owned but now publicly accessible spaces. The artists in parkour are exploring themes of transformation and circulation in processes of trade, globalization, information transfer, spirituality, and ecology. About half of the projects are newly produced for this occasion, and we have given carte blanche to the artists and to the galleries in close dialogue with me, of course, and with the team here in Basel. Klarstraße is an interesting space because it is undergoing intense transformation, and it mirrors the changes in the fabric of many other urban locations around the world, especially after the pandemic. Parkour leads from the fair to the Rhine, and the Rhine, as you know, is of course the central river artery flowing through Basel, which has played an important role for the processes of globalization that have shaped Europe. I want to share a few examples of the works in parkour. Alvaro Barrington's project, for instance, addresses globalization through his installation at the shop Tropical Zone. Tropical Zone is a store that specializes on the import of products from Africa to Basel, and inside Alvaro has built a structure that is inspired by the house of his grandmother in Grenada in the Caribbean, where he partly grew up. Outside, the structure that we built in the store is clad with new paintings of flowers, of plants that are found in the Caribbean that he's created especially for this occasion. And inside, the structure houses the products that are usually on sale at the shop. There's also a burlap painting in the window and a wallpaper with flowers found in the Caribbean at the back of the store. The Basel-based artist Eric Hattan is presenting a performative work outside the Clara Church in the schoolyard adjacent to the church. The work is composed of material that he has found in the streets of Basel and at recycling stations. And with these found objects, Eric Hattan, for the entire Basel week, creates changing arrays of ephemeral towers and stacks that reflect on the transient nature of urban waste. Lapsi Lam's project takes its point of departure in the artist's family's Chinese restaurant in Stockholm that had to close a few years back. And when the restaurant had to close, Lapsi Lam documented it using 3D scanning technology to scan the entire space. With this footage, she's created a 3D digital animation, 360 degrees all surrounding as well as on the floor of the space, that narrates her family's history in 5 acts from the 1970s all the way back to the 18th century, when trade relations between China and Sweden were intensifying. The work combines Chinese traditional shadow play and digital storytelling techniques to mirror the fragments of intergenerational narratives, but also intergenerational loss. And this installation is on view at the Clara, which is a food court on Klarastraße where cuisines from various locations and continents come together. Rirkrit Tiruvanijah's flags on the middle bridge depict modis from Thai visual tradition and 18th century pirate flags. And they include the designs including the famous and very emblematic skulls and crossbones symbol. It's the first time that Rirkrit Tiruvanijah references